My dad says he needs to protect me from perverts and sleazeballs, but not my sisters. I'm 20 years old and I have 3 siblings. My older sister is 23, my younger brother is 18, and my younger sister is 16. My sisters both have beautiful blonde hair and they've been thin their whole lives. They have always received positive male attention. My older sister has always had good boyfriends and she is in a sorority at her college. My younger sister has a lot of boys at school who are fond of her. I have red hair and I've struggled with my weight for as long as I can remember. I'm currently 160 pounds and a size 8, but I've been slowly losing more weight. As a result, I've been almost invisible. I get occasional attention from men 35 and I always appreciated it. My father is of course protective of all of us, but he's very overprotective of me when it comes to men. He always has been. I always thought it was ridiculous because no one wanted to date me. For a few months, this guy would come into my work about twice a week. When it wasn't busy we would chat a lot. Eventually I told him about a classmate at my community college who was making me uncomfortable and he offered to walk me to my car after class. I said yes and we went out for lunch after. I'm very attracted to him. He's 30 and from New Zealand. He's an electrician. We've been on several more dates and I lost my virginity to him a few nights ago. I live with my parents but they were out of town until this morning. My younger sister came home early from hanging out with her friends last night while I had him over. She then told my parents this morning before she left for school. My parents sat down with me to have a conversation. He wasn't mad at me at all. He said he needs to meet my boyfriend tonight and asked me all about him. He was sort of freaking out. He asked why I didn't tell him and I said I was afraid he would be mad. My parents are conservative, as am I, but they're very sex positive. They never did this with my sisters. I got upset and asked them why they do this with me, and why I must be sheltered. My dad said my appearance is more likely to attract perverts and sleazeballs than my sisters. He thinks that guys who like redheads, or chubby girls, or both, are sick fetishists. He's afraid only a pervert would like me and that's why he's so protective. He thinks my sisters have more universal beauty than I do and they will attract good guys, which they have so far. I don't know what to do. I feel like shit. My dad didn't mean to hurt me but it did. My boyfriend is coming over later. I just want to lay in my bed and die. I just want to be normal. You're 20 and you said you appreciate attention from 35-year-olds and a 30-year-old man? Your dad is right to be more protective of you given your naivete. It seems you're insecure which makes you easily manipulated. You'll appreciate any guy who gives you a compliment and clearly do not understand their intentions. I'd be worried that your first BF is 10 years older than you. Sounds like he's white knighting you. You appreciate men who are so much older than you. Giving you attention is something you should talk to a therapist about. When you are your boyfriend's age you will be abhorred at the thought of dating someone 10 years younger than you. There is a massive discrepancy in life experience and you are in a vulnerable position being young and naive. Size 8 isn't chubby. You're not fat at all. 10 years age gap and it seems like he's doing this BC. He knows it would be easy. Can't get someone his own age so preys upon vulnerable insecure younger girls. It's not illegal but it is most likely why he's hitting on you. Hate to break it to you, he sees a young insecure girl and knew he could snatch you up. Not saying this is the case but I mean it sure seems like it. No normal 30-year-old is going to actively pursue someone 10 years younger than them. Hate to break it to you. Find a nice boy around your age. Sounds like you and your dad should see a family therapist together to help you navigate the situation. As a dad of a 20-year-old I would be concerned about a 30-year-old boyfriend in any case. Sorry but a 30-year-old? No. He's too old for you. He does need to protect you. Your desperation for a man can get you killed, abused, or a destitute single mom. It's okay to be single and enjoy your life and your youth. You don't need a guy for that. By any chance, do you have a history of dating guys who are not so great? It's possible your dad is citing history and said what he said because he was on the spot and couldn't think of another answer. Can I just start by saying size 8 is not chubby, chunky, or fat? You are 20 years old, give yourself a break for once. Secondly, 20-30 can be okay. Can be. If you're having fun then go you, but don't jump head first into anything with this guy. Have your dad meet him, brother and older sister's BF. No one is overreacting here. I think this is a fair reaction from everybody involved. The best advice I can give is wait because you can't take anything back if you regret, but you can be glad you waited. I feel like a 20-year-old first time dating 30-year-old is kinda weird BC of total different places in life. I also have a pretty tall friend 1.90 who gets a lot of 30-40-year-old men that want her to step on. People can't date close to their range BC, people see their bullshit. You're not even of legal drinking age. You have 5 years until you can legally rent a car. Your brain is still 5 years away from completed development into an adult, and that is arguably the most important development when recognizing what makes someone an adult. He is a 30-year-old man. The guy's a creep. He can't get women his age for a reason. A size 8 is not chubby. Where are you getting that idea from? I'm sorry you're going through this. I'm not necessarily providing advice, but your father definitely didn't need to word it so hurtfully, nor did he need to adopt this stance. It would be better for him to be protective of you because your sisters have had boyfriends in the past and you haven't. That's a far better way for him to look at it. You are a normal weight and size, love. I'm sorry you only had thinner sisters to compare yourself to, but you aren't worse by any means. I'm not going to automatically assume your BF is using you or a creep. My dad was 29 when he married my mom, who was 20 at the time. They stayed married for nearly 25 years. I don't love how your dad talked to you about that, either. My advice would just be to let him meet your BF and go from there. Can I ask why he went to your parents' house to spend the night rather than you going to his house? He has a place, right? The dad is strange and I don't agree with his logic. In fact, he should be protective of all of his daughters. But you having less experience is likely clear to this older man, and that makes you more vulnerable. Thomas Edmund 84's post is spot on. Older guys go for younger women, often BC women their age reject them. You're insecure and easy, that's why you're a good target. This BF is too old for you and your father is a perv. Next. Girl, let this man meet your boyfriend. I'm in an age gap relationship and my husband is amazing. If this guy is as wonderful as you think he is, your parents will know this. Don't listen to the people here, they want to think everyone who dates someone younger is a predator. Is it a lot of times? Yes. Does that mean it is now? No. If you prefer older men, your best place to get advice for that sort of situation, like this, head over to our age gap. He's very wrong. A lot of guys love red hair and especially love a slightly bigger girl. All your comments truly cement why your dad is overprotective over you. You're immature, insecure, desperate and naive. You get attention from some guy 10 years your senior and immediately get attached, without even questioning why someone his age would think about dating a much younger girl. You're willing to ignore all red flags and dive head deep into a potentially toxic environment for what? Because nobody else told you you're pretty before? Like, listen, I'm not telling you to immediately break up with the guy, but you have to be more critical and take into account the feedback you get from people close to you. Wow, as a red-headed woman I'm seriously offended, and please pass on to your dad many regular men like red-headed woman. Also sorry to say your dad likely has a creepy fetish for curvy redheads and watches sick porn, and this is why. Others are telling you that the age difference is bad, but it's not always bad. My parents are 10 years apart. The age issue is more about experience than actual age. So leaning on your dad's experience can help you.